welcome back to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. Today we're going to be working on the Disney Castle, which is set number 43222. This is the second version of the large castle, and the reason that we're building it is that I've been commissioned for a project to build a giant amusement park for a local, local to me at least, secondhand Lego store called Bungsters Bricks. They're in Ogden, Utah. There is their address in the description if you're close by to Ogden. I implore you to look around and check out their store. All right, so this is the set we're building. And like I said, this is going to be the entrance. And I'll show you. We've only gotten bags 1 through 3 done, which, by the way, has been quite a bit. So let me go ahead and share my screen. Hello, Greg. Or, I mean, change cameras, I meant. I'm tired. And the last couple of days have been extremely taxing, which we will talk about, I'm sure. Okay, so here we are. We have worked on, like I said, the first 3 bags. And here's the deal. I want to show this to you guys. I have all these levers in the front. You see them here. And right now, most of them do nothing. Last time we talked, we had 3 less levers. It kind of ended about right here, and there was not one in the middle. While building this, I realized that there was this little piece back here. Now I've removed it, that you could press this dial, and it made Cinderella and Prince Charming spin around like they were dancing. Well, like I said, I haven't built this before. So when I did this, there was nothing to control them. Well, I wanted to change that. So I took this whole entire thing apart. That's why it took me a week to come back to this. And I had to refigure out the levers and add more. And I realized that based off what I'm put on there on the whole entire park, that I was a few levers short. So I expanded the front a little bit. Well, not the size, but I expanded the Technic brick in the front with the levers. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15 levers total. And now we have a lever that makes Prince Charming and Cinderella dance. So little kids can do this to their heart's content when they see this. And what do I think of the new modular? Greg, if I'm being frank, it sucks. I don't like it at all. And I know it's kind of a very broad thing to say that it sucks, but honestly, Greg, it sucks. I am not a fan at all. I looked at the new modular, and I don't remember exactly how much they're charging for it. I know they're charging somewhere about $250. And when I look at it, and I look down at the set and look at the footprint, that thing, they wasted so much space on that base plate. It is a travesty. And I got to be honest with you, I've started the process of selling off my Lego collection. I'm not going to sell all of it, but any duplicates I have, gifts with purchases, they're online, most of them already, and some of them already sold. And the reason I'm doing that is that ever since the Death Star, or the Death Slice as we've called it here, I have been just I was already getting dissatisfied with Lego. And now I'm really, really dissatisfied with Lego. Ever since the Death Slice, I feel like they're treating us as fools. Paying $1,000 for a Lego set is not normal. And I am not going to normalize it. And, you know, then later they announce, or it's been rumored, but I'm sure it's not far from the truth because it seems like so many things that get rumored are true. They're talking about that Lord of the Rings set for $1,200 coming out. I'm sorry. And then now they do a modular that is not on par with the rest of the modulars. There's so much empty space. The furniture store is extremely tiny. The colors, it looks like the Boutique Motel, that one building. I'm just not impressed, and I will tell you that this is going to be the first year I have all the modulars, all of them. And this is the first year that it's highly likely that I will not get the modular. So now, for the other things you showed me, Greg, I do like the cement truck. Now, Lego has come out with a cement truck before. In fact, I know of one from the 80s that I have. And then I've got two others, a blue one and one that's the same color, the yellow and yellow cab, but the light bluish gray mixer. So, but I'm not against them doing another one because, they only have those things out for a couple of years. And if you just started collecting Lego, I mean, you're going to want, a cement truck. So I'm not against them doing that. I do wish that Lego would be kind of creative a little bit more, though, on it. And let me explain. I had a really cynical thought yesterday concerning the cement truck. And that is, how come Lego doesn't have like different brands? Like they have their Octane brand, right? For gasoline. Well, how come they don't have like gas stations for other companies? I'll tell you why. Because Lego feels like they have a monopoly on the Lego market, and that's all they're used to. So they don't even think about competition like that. Anyway, I'm sorry. That's just a jab at Lego. But yeah, I am keeping my Ultimate Collector Series sets, and I am not selling my modulars that I've purchased so far. But I do have quite a few sets that I have duplicates of, and I'm just going to sell those off. So, all right, it says we need 4 of these. So and I need to catch up on comments because I'm sure I'm behind because I know I've been yapping and yapping. All right, what do you think of the new modular? Okay, I answered that one thoroughly. And the new set. Oh, yeah, what was, refresh my memory, Greg, what was the other one besides the cement mixers? There were some Speed Champions. Now, I love the Speed Champions. I actually think that's a great lineup, because they're under $30 per car, and honestly, they do add quite a bit of character and style to the city. So I like them, and they're coming out with a couple new Speed Champions, and I am excited for those, and I can see myself getting those. I really can. And I guess the other thing that kind of bothered me is I've got a lot of backlog sets that I just never gotten to. And I decided this weekend to put a Speed Champion together without being on camera. And when I did, I was just really mad because it's like I get so disappointed with Lego at times because they charge premium prices for their product, but sometimes they just give you crap. And, when I pay, 10 cents or actually more than that now, when I pay what the prices I do per piece, I do expect perfection because they're asking a lot of money. And I know nothing can be perfect. And it used to be before that, I almost never heard or experienced a Lego set having a problem. But when I opened one of the Speed Champions this week, the instructions were curled in the box. So they're permanent. I had to sit there and bend it all these different ways to have it lay as flat as it could, and it still wouldn't lay flat all the way. And of course, the sticker sheet got caught up in that, and some of the stickers had come off, and they were on the instruction booklet, and it pissed me off because it's like, you guys asked for all this money, but yet you guys don't really give a flying something about how you're doing it, and I just think that's wrong. It's okay to ask for the money they're asking for, but they should be doing a better job, in my opinion. And I do get highly upset when I pay the prices that I do, and I open it up and my instruction booklet's all crinkled up and my stickers are coming off and I can't use them. And I had to call Lego, and I had to request, or I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to have to call and request a new sticker sheet for them. And I'm kind of anxious about it because the last time I called Lego and told them that a set had a problem, I got a lot of lip from the customer service rep. They said, well, we can see based off your phone number that you've called in, and more than the average to let us know that our sets are a problem, or, the problems with your sets. And it's like, yeah, but you know how many Legos I buy? How many sets that I buy? Of course I'm going to have higher than the average. They're thinking the average because maybe customers only buy 10 sets per year. But I kid you not, there are years I buy over 1,000 because I have the Bricklink store. In fact, I would probably say most years are over 1,000 sets I'm buying. And so is it the average for the average customer, or is it the average for the amount that I'm buying? And see, they don't take that into account. They just want to tell me I call too much. And it's like, no, I'm calling you because legitimately there are problems. And so I've kind of head shy about calling them this time to complain about the sticker sheet. Now I'm going to, because I mean, I bought a new set. I expect it to be new, and they messed up, so they're going to make good on it. But I'm just expecting to hear that somehow I'm trying to cheat the system when really I'm not. I'm an honest person. I don't do that. If it's my problem, I have no problem going on the website and telling them that it's a replacement or it's a missing item, so I pay for it. Or going on Bricklink and ordering it. I don't have a problem with that. But Lego, I don't know, just doesn't seem like they want to take responsibility for their awful behavior sometimes. And I'm not saying they're awful all the time. They're not. But there have been cases where I've ran into a rep that I think maybe shouldn't have gone to work today. All right. Well, let's get this castle built. And John, how you doing? Keep the most expensive sets. Yep, I am keeping the Ultimate Collector series. John, I'm starting to get pissed off before that with the new freaking NASA sets that are scaled down. Yes, and that is another problem too, is that, have you seen the lineup for Star Wars for 2026? It looks like a 4-year-old smashed them together, and I think they need to relabel them because the ages on them, I think they need to make them the 4+ sets. They're absolutely horrid. I'm not a fan. And again, you know, with all the things that are in the Star Wars universe, why do they have to keep recycling the same crap and just coming out with a slightly different version? I mean, is that really necessary? And again, you guys must think I hate Lego altogether. I don't, but I do have to also say that I'm just really fed up with the increasing prices, drop in quality, how Lego is just full of themselves and smiling all the time that, hey, we came up with this great new set. And it's like, great new set? Whose definition? What the hell are you talking about? And I hate that they treat us like we're stupid, because I went to Brix a few years back, and they had a Lego rep. And I don't remember what his job was, but they had a Lego rep there. And he gave a 2-hour thing, or I don't remember how long it was, but he gave a little speech to us. And he was talking about how Lego doesn't accept that fans have a problem, basically, because when they say something to us, they leave off something. So if someone says this set sucks, that's not good enough to Lego. They're missing something and it's like, no, it's perfectly acceptable for me to say your set sucks. If I think it sucks, I'm the consumer. And if I think it sucks, I won't buy it. So if you're looking for me to say something more because I left something out, you're terribly mistaken. Your set just sucks. So I don't know. I think that they're very condescending, and their CEO has always been a problem for me, because I personally think that now that he's in his 70s, I think he's way out of touch. And if I remember right, he was the CEO or president. He was somewhere high in leadership back when the Jack Stone thing happened and Lego almost went bankrupt. They had to bring an outsider in. And the outsider is the one who got the Star Wars licensing thing that brought Lego back into the black. So instead of being in the red. So yeah, sorry, I can get very animated about my opinions when it comes to Lego, and I still do like the product. I don't like the company so much, but I like the product. This castle is going to be way bigger than I ever anticipated, guys. And I'll tell you something too. It is cold up in this place. So cold, I'm going to turn up my heat here from my phone. All right. Oh, well, I just got to notice I used my phone an average of an hour less every day this last week. Well, there's definitely a reason for it. I've been busier than a one-on paper hanger. I did not stream on Thursday or Friday for a reason, and we will get into that reason here soon. Okay, let me keep building here. But John, Greg, how have you guys been? Sorry, I should stop rambling. And maybe you guys answer that question. I can't even remember if I even asked it. And how is everyone doing, by the way? John says they're just bad designs. Yes, I would agree. The NASA ones have, and though the Enterprise D looks cool, it's just not worth the price. I can agree with that too, John. I just really think they've lost their ever-loving minds. I mean, I remember as a kid, you know, the most expensive Lego set was maybe $100, maybe, and nowadays $1,000. Well, John, they don't have to do licensing for the gas stations because they came up with their own brand, Octane, and that requires no licensing whatsoever. And they could come up with a different company name and make it fictitious as well, so there's no licensing. And Lego, they really bothered me on this one. I don't know if you guys know the story. They used to partner with Shell, and Shell was so happy to have Lego, build sets with their logos and stuff on it. What had happened was some activists complained that, Shell's an oil company and therefore evil, and Lego should not partner with them. And Lego actually listened, and Lego was the one that decided to drop the partnership with Shell. And what's really, really idiotic and moronic about the whole thing is that, hello, Lego's made out of plastic. It's made from oil. And so you're going to drop your partnership with an oil company because they use oil when you're using oil to make your product. I'm sorry. My head just wants to spin out of control and pop off. That is the most idiotic, hypocritical thing I've ever heard. And so for Lego not to have an official gas station, that's their own fault. That's their own doing for listening to people. And I'm sorry, but people who are really, truly against oil, they're never going to buy your product to begin with. So their opinion doesn't matter. All they did was make things a little bit worse for those who are their consumer. So I wish that companies would just realize things like that. Like, hello, they're never going to buy from you anyway, so quit listening to them. We're good. And that's how I feel about that. Okay. All right. The tractor. I do like the tractor. I have the red and white tractor from, can't remember what year that was. 2009, maybe 2010. And then I've also got the blue and white tractor. That's, again, I don't remember the year. But no, having another tractor is kind of the same thing. I don't mind them doing it because people may need it for different, maybe they're just getting into Lego and, Lego only had the tractor maybe out for, let's say, 2 years. And so they come along and they're like, hey, I'm starting to collect. Oh, sorry about your luck because we stopped it. No, that's cool. And yes, I did miss a couple pieces. Let me fill this in. So, and I think it looks good too. It represents tractors. You got to remember where I live. Right across the highway is 100 and how much is it? 100 and is it 20 acres or something like that? And they've got plenty of tractors I see out there. And that's what it reminds me of. Okay, so we have got bag number 4 done, and this is what it looks like. And John said that's why I'm not becoming a big Lego collector. And have you ever considered streaming from X? I have, but they are requiring me to pay money. And I'll be honest with you, John, my money is so tight right now that I cannot. There's just no way I can afford another expense, even if it's $20, even if it's $10 a month. I just can't. That's part of the reason too why I'm upset with Lego doing what they're doing with sets prices and coming out with garbage. Is that, you know, I'm buying these sets, reviewing them. Lego won't give me any, and I don't expect anything for free anyway. But you know, this all comes out of my pocket, and I hate it because I hear from people, well, you only give positive reviews, you must be paid. And it's like, no, I'm actually not getting paid. Hear me out. Since it's my money and I have to buy everything on my own, why would I buy a set that I know I'm going to hate and review it? I won't, because I'm just wasting my own money. So that's why you don't see me review that many sets, because it tells you something right there. Because I have my own money and I won't invest in it. That means I don't like them, and you should know that from the get-go, because I didn't spend my own money on it. So anyway, all right. So we have, is this Snow White? Yeah, it is Snow White. Here we go. We got Snow White here. I'm just going to put her on the front steps for right now because I'm not sure what to do with her, and I don't want to lose her. I don't want to put her on the table because I've got the figures from Goonies on there, which we are going to finish starting tomorrow. We have, I think, 2 more streams to finish that one. And I'm going to turn this around because I am not a good builder doing stuff upside down. So I apologize. Your view will be obscured for a minute while I build this. And yeah, I could do that. Jenny is actually working today. So yeah, we're not going to see her today. The family overall, well, I have been hearing from my oldest daughter, Jessica, more, which I'm happy because I don't know what's going on with her. She's normally pretty good, and she has been doing a lot better than she was as a teenager. But for some reason, something happened, and she didn't say what. And she started getting mad at me for dumb reasons that I don't even understand because I didn't do anything. And that was going on for several months. And then now she's talking to me again. So, but this is my oldest daughter who has issues to begin with. So I'm not making fun of her. I'm just telling you how it is. And I'm glad that whatever reason she saw the light and she's deciding to be nicer to me and communicate with me. I'm happy for that. I feel like things between me and Spencer, I mean, he lives with me, but I feel like we're growing closer as well, which I'm happy for. I don't want to be distant from any of my kids or my family. I mean, there is one family member that I don't care if I ever have much to do with, but he's a cousin of mine, and he served some time in jail for reasons that I'm not going to get into, but I don't have respect for certain people that do certain things. So, and yeah, I don't care if you're blood or not. If you do certain things, we're just not friends. And I have not had communication with him, probably 15 years, and I don't even care if I do. It's probably been longer than that. I just don't remember. I don't keep a timer clock on that. But for the most part, I do want to get a hold of family and be a part of their lives. And speaking of that, yesterday, Spencer and I went to my parents' house and we visited with them. My parents, currently they have a bed that the feet and the headboard are adjustable, but the problem is it doesn't split in the middle. So they both have to agree on where the how high to put up the head and the feet, which my parents don't agree on that very often. So what they're going to do is this week they're having a split bed delivered so that they can adjust the height separately. And as a result, they wanted their old bed moved to the basement, and they have a queen size bed that was in the basement that's no longer usable. Well, it's not. Well, they don't want it. It's usable, all right. Hardly ever. It was purchased years ago, but not very many people sleep downstairs, so it's not being used, and it might be many years old, but it's like it's new almost. I've slept on that bed just a handful of times, and I'm probably the one that slept there the most for shows and stuff. But my parents called us, and Spencer and we went down there, and yesterday we loaded up the old bed into my truck, and they gave it to me. They said I saved them $100 because that's what they were going to charge to remove it. And Spencer and I brought it home, and I'm going to use it for the same reason my parents used it, for guests. When guests come over, they've got somewhere to lay their weary head. And I do have guests that do stop by once in a while. I got a truck driver friend, Tim, that stays with me occasionally when he doesn't have money for a hotel, or when he's close by and he's run out of hours that he can work. I let him stay here. He's a good guy. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what we're going to use it for. So we hauled their old bed away, and they're getting a new bed delivered on Wednesday. And my parents live 101 miles away. Yes, 101. I wished it was a flat 100, so it could be like Family Feud. 100 people on the board. But that's not the way it is. I will get back to the comments here in about 2 seconds. Let me just get some of this done here. Well, Greg, how's your family doing? I can't remember, Greg. I know your sister was going to school, and I think you told me she quit going to school. I don't remember, Greg. I could be. I really sincerely am sorry. I don't remember details with people, because I've got a lot of friends, and I talk to a lot of different people, and sometimes I have a memory, but I can't remember who it's associated with. So if it wasn't your sister that dropped out of college, somebody else I know had a kid that did. And I forgot that story too, exactly. So who it belongs to. So that's kind of just, I really hate to admit it. That's kind of the way my memory works anymore. All right. Well, I like these front doors. And let's get back to the comments. John, how's your pup doing? How's your mom doing? How's your family doing? And for anybody else during this holiday season, how's your family doing? How is everybody? I do care. And I hope that you're all doing well. Yeah, John, I could do my own gas station stickers and just pay for them, and that's always been an option. It's just the fact that, I mean, if I'm already paying the money and Lego's touting how great they are, they should do it for us. I mean, after all, isn't that what I'm paying for? But anyway, yeah, that is a workaround. I will turn this around here, probably when I'm done with the bag, to show you guys where I'm at, what I'm doing, that kind of thing, But for right now, I gotta keep it right here so I can see what I'm doing. I'm not able really to build upside down. Really, it's just not possible for me. I'm not that talented of a builder. Oh, okay, that turned out like crap. What did I do wrong? Oh, well, I put it on upside down. That's the answer. Okay, well, let's fix that. Fixed. Okay, awesome. All right, so what else do we have on this page? Okay, we got some arches. I have spent some time out in the shop. It is very cold out there because we have snow on the ground. They told us we were supposed to get 8 to 14 inches. We end up getting only about 3, maybe 3, maybe only 2. We didn't get that much. But it is cold. When there's snow on the ground, I think the temperature, it always feels colder to me because whenever like the wind blows, of course, it's picking up off the surface, which is frozen. And so I think it makes it even colder, in my opinion. And so walking in between the house and the shop is just cold. The shop is not sealed. It still has plenty of work that needs to be done to make it nicer. And as a result, when the wind blows, if you're standing in certain parts of the shop, you can feel a slight draft. So it's been very cold out there and very miserable. And so, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm not out there as much as I probably should be, but I have been out there, and I stay out there for about 20, 30 minutes at a time. I get as much as I can done, and I come inside to warm up. And I've been doing that off and on this week, and I'm putting away more projects that I've started but never finished, that kind of thing, which is going pretty well. I'm making progress. It's just, albeit it is slow. So let's see what Greg, I'm sorry I missed your comment. Let me scroll down a hair or two, and I'll catch some more comments. They need to remake the front end low. Oh yeah, that would be nice. I do have that. Hey Will, how's it going? Like the Dalmatians, they are okay. Oh, she did. She was getting bullied by everyone. Okay. Okay, so I did remember the right person. Okay. I'm sorry that happened to her. I'm not that's the most important part of this. I'm sorry that happened to her. And yeah, people can be buttheads. That's just part of it. Enzo, I woke up later than I thought I was going to wake up. I thought I was going to wake up like I normally do. I normally wake up at least an hour before my streams, and I have time to eat breakfast. I have time to take care of everything. This morning I woke up literally about 15 minutes. I overslept my alarm. So Enzo's outside. That's one of the things I do. I put him outside first thing and let him have fun to run around and do whatever he wants. And he's a goofball, so he does whatever he wants. And then when he's after about 20 minutes, I let him in, but because I woke up so late, he didn't have 15 or 20 minutes out there. So he is still outside. I'll let him in as soon as the stream's over. And yeah, so he is missing from the picture. So so Will, what projects have you been working on? And Greg, what's your latest Lego purchase, or what's your next Lego purchase going to be? So I'll bet cats are enjoying their peace. Actually, Enzo, he gets along with the cats. I mean, he doesn't like them, but he doesn't go after them. He just lets them be. And the cats, they realize that Enzo If he really wanted to be a terrible, fierce animal, he could be. He's not, but he could be. And I think they recognize that. And they don't like avoid him like altogether, but they keep their distance on purpose. And Enzo respects the fact they're doing that. So overall, there's no bickering, and there's no fighting, and no hissing or anything. So I like it that they get along, that I don't have to interfere and interject anything, you know. Oh, I did that wrong. Shoot. Let me fix that. And it's like I said, when I'm done with this bag, I'll turn it around so you guys can see all the lovely progress you've made today. All right. Maybe the wave of Lego in January. Well, if any of those city ones, I didn't check and see the dates, but if any of those city ones are coming up in January, yeah. The new modular, I'm really on the fence with that because I hate it. I think it's dumb. I think it's cheap. They're asking too much for it. There's lack of creativity. And I hate spending my money on a set that I don't really like. But I have to admit, I am actually considering getting it just for the simple fact that I already own all the other modulars. And I don't want to like have a hole in that collection because I've got them all. But then that's where they got you, because now you're buying something, you know you don't like it, but you're only doing it because, yeah, see, I don't know. I gotta get my head around all this and decide whether I'm really going to do it or not. We'll see. We'll see. That's the answer. Yeah, but the city ones, that's pretty much a given. Because I'm by far my largest category of sets I have is city. Yeah. Okay. Just putting this all together, making sure I don't do it wrong, because we all know that I can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. That's just a fatal flaw of my character. Okay. Oh, I didn't see where it went at first, but now I do. Okay, so let's do the other side. And I'm about ready. I've got maybe 20 pieces here, and then I can turn it around so you guys can see exactly what has transpired and how beautiful of a sight that it is. And let's turn the page. Okay. I do like the use of these regular components in pearl gold. It does look really, really nice. Okay. I don't remember how many bags this set has, but the answer is quite a few. And they even though they're numbered bags, it's kind of deceiving because like there was 2 bag number 4s. Several of the bags have been multiples. So it is kind of hard to gauge how big this really is just by going by the amount of bags. Okay, so what do we have here? got this going down right here. Okay, I'm ready to turn this around so you guys can see all the progress that has been made. Oh, it's almost about ready to chop me in there. Okay, so here we've done a lot here. We've built up this front, did the gates or the fences here, the lamps. We did the front doors. We did the top gold part of it. And I think that was it for that bag. That's a lot. Oh, and the pillars here and all that good stuff. We're going to go ahead and break open another bag. We're not done, but just wanted to show you that. And I need to look. Okay, I need to turn it back around so I can work on it properly. So let me do that. This is a lot bigger than I thought. A lot bigger. And then I don't know which character this is that minifigure that I'm building right now. I don't know the Disney characters well enough. Now, if my granddaughter was here, she could give you a 10-minute speech about each character, I'm sure. And she's only 7. In fact, speaking of that girl, I'm gonna give her a call today. I definitely want to talk to her today. All right. So we have yet another Disney character. So I'm going to stick this one on the opposite side of the stairway from Snow White. It's probably, I think that is the prince, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know much. All right. Jenny would love the fish tank. Actually, she didn't like it. She's seen it. And she's like, that thing costs more than a real fish tank. And I don't know what prices of fish tanks are, so I don't know if she's right or wrong. But yeah, she didn't like that one. She mostly likes the brick heads, which I can't remember the last brick heads. I know we bought some a couple months ago. I just can't remember which ones. And I mean, she's in Texas, so it's not like I can take a peek in her room and go, hey, oh yeah, no, never mind, I can't, you know. So all right, so we got to do 4 of these. Ouch, I just put some skin in. I got some skin in the game. Unfortunately, it's not good. You ever pinched your skin in Lego, like a finger skin or something, you know? If you pinch foreskin, you know, you're doing it all wrong, trust me. Okay. Progress is slow, but we're making progress. I'm not sure if there's going to be a city video this week, an update video, and I apologize for that, but I've just got too much going on this week to have gotten to it. If things slow down a touch, maybe I will, but as it stands right now, I don't think I'm going to be making any progress on the city this week. So, oh man, that little girl is spoiled rotten. She is. I'll be the first one to agree with you. She is. She's the apple of everyone's eye. Let me tell you. I wished I could go see her right now. Okay. Oh, which little girl? Are you talking about my granddaughter, or are you talking about Jenny that's spoiled? Which one? All right, I'll be nice. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, man. It is cold in here. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit more, guys. Oh, man. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm experiencing extreme back pain this morning. I don't know. I was laying down petting one of the cats last night, and while I was laying down, for some reason my back started spasming, and when it did, it hurt so freaking bad. And ever since then, my back has been randomly spasming, and whatever it does, it hurts so bad. I don't know what I did. I did move a bed yesterday, but that wasn't anything. We didn't go fast, and really didn't. I don't think that caused it. But boy, is my back telling me different. Probably both. Yeah, I'd agree with you on that. Just don't tell her I said that. I mean, it's not like she can't go back and watch one of these, but shh, don't tell her I said that. We'll just keep that between me and you, Greg, right? Oh, boy. I know how to get myself in trouble real fast, don't I? Of course, if you're a married man, you're always in trouble anyways, regardless of what's going on. So, I mean, the fact that I'll be in trouble for actually doing something, I don't think that really affects me all that much. I think I've just accepted the fact that certain things are going to be the way they are. All right. Well, when I'm done with this section, this bag, I will certainly turn it around again so you guys can see the progress. I apologize. I wished I was better at building upside down, or maybe I should just somehow figure out the cameras differently. You know what? I'll have to do that. I'll have to see if I can figure that out. There is one small piece of good news, guys. I've been trying to lose weight lately, and it's been working. I came across a video. Now, I'm not an expert, so I may misquote the guy, because the guy that did this was a nutritionist. He was a doctor, actually, and he was talking about different things. And because I don't understand the nature of some things, I may have gotten it wrong. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. The guy was talking about if you want to lose weight, to eat foods that have keratins in them, because keratins somehow block your body's ability to store fat around your abdomen. I think that's what he was saying. Again, that's what I'm saying. Take a grain of salt. But he recommended carrots, bell peppers. Oh, come on. There's more than that. Carrots, bell peppers. Oh, come on. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, okay, so that's the only two things I remember out of like 5 or 6 things he said. Tomatoes was one of them. Cabbage was another. Or not cabbage, spinach. Excuse me, spinach. And there was at least one more, maybe two that he mentioned. But yeah, these foods, they somehow they have some sort of property to them that keeps your body from being able to store fat around your abdomen, which is dangerous because that's the fat that supposedly causes all kinds of problems like diabetes and cancers and stuff. And again, like I said, take it with a grain of salt because I'm trying to go off memory and I'm not an expert in this field. But this week I bought bell peppers because I've done stuffed bell peppers without even watching the guy's video. I did stuffed bell peppers last week, and that helped with the weight loss. And so did the I better do this one at a time. I also did have taco salad this week, homemade. So that has the tomatoes in there. And yes, I use romaine lettuce with baby spinach in there. And so I, without even knowing this guy's video, was already eating some of the foods. And then I did hobo dinners this week, and that has carrots in it. And it's got meat, homemade meatballs, which, you know, proteins help you lose weight if you do it right. So anyway, I've been doing well on the weight loss. I'm down a total of 9 pounds in the last, 2.5 weeks now, 3 weeks. So it's been going fairly well. I'm going to continue to do this as much as I can to lose that weight. Okay. Oh, it goes back there. Okay. All right. Any plans for Christmas? Yeah. My parents are going to be holding Christmas at their house, so that's what Spencer and I will be. And hello, Will. Welcome back. I think I kind of missed you the first time I saw you pop in, and I got kind of animated on one of the questions that I got asked about the new modular, and I was going off about how much I didn't like it. And I think by the time I scrolled down, you'd kind of snuck out. So I apologize for missing you, Will. How are you doing, man? How's the family? How's the daughter? Yeah, Christmas plans is basically my parents' house. Remember how I told you guys my laptop or my desktop broke a couple weeks ago, and I gave it to my brother-in-law Steve with a one arm because I know he was looking for a new machine. And anyway, my brother-in-law could not figure it out, so he took it to a repair shop and they figured it out. There was a solid state drive that was directly on the motherboard, and I didn't know they did that. I guess they don't do it in all cases, but in this particular case with this computer, they did. And that solid state drive on the motherboard, for some reason, somehow got fried. And so the machine did have 2 hard drives. It had a second one that was just a regular spinning drive. And so the repair shop didn't have to do much. They just had to go into the BIOS and tell it to not use the broken drive and to ignore it and to use the other one. And they loaded Windows onto the other drive, and the computer's now functioning. It took them like 2 weeks to get to it because they were so backlogged. Because I try to release a video or a live stream every day, I could not be without my computer for 2 weeks. So I bought another one and gave the computer to my brother-in-law, who, believe me, he appreciates it greatly. He's been, he likes to diddle with, what do you call that? Raspberry Pis and microprocessors, and that's what he's using it for. He's connecting. He'll build a program in Python, I think it is, or machine language, I don't remember, on the desktop, and then he'll connect the Raspberry Pi to transfer it to the thing that he's using. So he likes doing that. Oh, Steve, I have 2 arms. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, that's right. My brother-in-law, Steve, one arm. Yeah. I have so many Steves in my life. It's bad. I got a sister with an ex-husband named Steve. I've got a sister who's married, and a different sister who's married to a Steve. My real estate agent's named Steve. I got Rancor Steve, one of my good friends, named Steve. Let's see who else. I've missed a couple Steves, man. Oh, yeah, my niece Cheyenne is married to a Steve. Oh my gosh, dude, I know so many Steves. It's like whenever I mention Steve, it's like the battle of the Steves. Which one is it? But the funny thing is, I have a good relationship with all the Steves in my life. Even my ex-brother-in-law. You know, I don't tend to hold hatred. Yeah, him and my sister didn't work out, but I also know my sister can be quite immature, and I don't think it was completely his fault the marriage fell apart. So I don't really hold a grudge. I mean, that's between her and him, and I don't have contact with him every day, but I do have some contact with him, and when I do, it's pleasant. So I'm gonna leave it that way. You got the okay, cool, man. Cool, the astronaut set. That's awesome, dude. And yes, I'm definitely gonna try to get all the Speed Champion ones in January. Things have been going very well as far as sales have been good because it's Christmas time, and I'm doing 2 things with that money. I'm paying off a little bit of credit card stuff, and then I'm reserving some of it because there are going to be a few sets I know that I'm going to want. So I'm just trying to kind of balance the 2, you know, pay a little bit down and keep a little to the side. Unfortunately, guys, I don't know, that modular, it's just a really, I mean, tell me this, guys. Would you guys like to see me? Have you guys seen pictures of the modular? And if you have, would you like to see someone who is not paid by Lego review it? Because if you think that'd be a value to you, that would help me in making my decision whether I really want to buy it or not. Because that's really the problem that I'm having with it right now. I just don't see the value. And so it's like, if it's just up to me and nobody wants to see it, I probably wouldn't buy it. But if enough of you are like, you know what, I would like to see a review of it, an unbiased review, then that changes my mind. Because if I'm adding value to you guys, it's like, well, maybe I will get it. Maybe I will. Lots of Steves, yeah. You know, that is a very high possibility, Greg, because I mod, the majority of my modulars are modded. So I would think that if I got it and I had enough time to look at it, I'm pretty sure I'd come up with a way to do it differently. Now, I know Will, for instance, Will and I are kindred spirits when it comes to Lego sets, because I know he likes to mod his a lot too, and I do too. So, you know, I can really see myself doing that. I don't really know how I would do it at this point, because I know from what I've heard and what I've seen, it looks like there's a lot of space in the back of the modular. The base plate was not used properly, especially behind the furniture store. And there's a lot of criticism online about the furniture store being too small. So I would think that if I was going to do anything, that's where I'm going to focus, is probably the furniture store, now that I think about it. So yeah, we'll just have to see what time brings. And if I actually get the set, then of course that opens the door. And of course I don't get the set, I'm not going to do it. So yeah. It's kind of a depends sort of answer. And I'm going to have to do some more. I'm going to have to do some more live streams because like I said, this week's been crazy. I'm going to have to stream some more so I can get this done because I need to be a lot further in the progress of the amusement park than I currently am. And this is not the only set I'm going to be building. I'm going to be building a roller coaster after roller coaster after roller coaster. So expect a few more streams from me during the nighttime because the morning is mostly going to be for other things. But it may start bleeding over into that because I do need to kick this into high gear and get it done. So, okay, what do we got here? Here we go. Oh, I used the wrong one anyway. No wonder I couldn't find a piece that is readily available. All right, well, let's do all that. Okay. Come to my mom's office to build some carts for their medical rec. Okay. All right. So your mom works at a medical office of some sort. I used to do medical billing, by the way, or follow-up. In other words, when an actual coder would code it, and then it would get sent by our computer system to the insurance company. And if we did not get paid by said insurance company, it was my job to call the insurance company and ask them why the heck not. And I did that for a few years to the point where I'd never done it before. And within a year and a half, I was made a supervisor, a lead, because I excelled at it. I really enjoyed medical billing follow-up. But then I got into IT and that paid way more and I was way more happy doing that and so on and so forth. Okay. Wow, I am going to turn this around. I promise. Just give me a minute here to get this part done. Okay, so we need 2 of those. Okay, got 1. Okay, all right. She manages a doctor's office. Yeah. I used to work for Nova Health Systems out in Virginia, which I don't know if you've heard of them, Will, because I know you live out that way. But yeah, I used to work for Nova, and I was their senior accounts payable senior system analyst. God, it's a mouthful. So I used to do a lot for him, but yeah, whatever. I don't work there anymore, and I'm not crying about it. "101 miles per pound like the Dalmatians." That's correct. That is definitely correct, Greg. It's a drive that I have made many times, and I have to say, I love seeing my parents, but dang, I hate that drive. That drive is just long as ever. Because, okay, the first 40 miles of that drive is nothing. And I mean nothing. There's even a guy who's got, I think, like 200 acres fenced off, and he's got buffalo. And I'm not like making that up. Real buffalo, bison in that field, and that's what he raises. And he actually sells it to local restaurants, kind of like cattle, the meat. And yeah, it's wild, but there's just nothing out there. There's a huge solar farm out there, and plenty of sagebrush. Did I mention that already? There's just not anything out there, and it's real boring of a drive. And then once you get past those 40 miles, you start hitting a little bit of towns here and there, and then you start hitting the city, and then it becomes more interesting and dangerous because people just don't know how to drive. And I missed a part. Where the heck did I miss that? Pretty sure I know how it goes on there, but I just want to make sure. Oh my gosh, I forgot it way back there. Holy moly. Yes, I did. Okay, well, let's put on the face of the clock. Okay, so we got that done. I think we're on bag number 7 next. And I would like to get bag number 7 done because then that means we're getting stuff done. Oh, I told you I'd turn it around. Let me turn it around. Oh, and I think this bag number 7 will be my last bag. Oh, my back hurts. It's spasming right now. Whew. Okay. So this part was mainly from here up. So we got this facade done. It is just a facade. Currently, I don't know if there's going to be something behind it. Kind of looks like there's going to be, but yeah. And remember, this is going to be the entrance to the park. Now we need to put some sort of fencing here and some greenery, and we'll get to that. Well, I got a reminder to feed the chickens. Oh, and I got an order from, well, I won't say their name. Oh, I got a couple orders. Okay. Greg says, balls cold, is what he said. Steve, you're a dork, but you're awesome. Oh my gosh. Greg, I wished I could show that on screen, but I would get banned from YouTube so dang fast. But I like the fact that Franklin and Gavin Newsom are teaming up there. Anyway, yeah, I can't go any further than that. But Greg, that's good. I like that. If you have any more like that, please send them my way. Oh. Drop the piece. But yeah, this will be my last bag. If I don't know if I'm gonna stream later. I'm kind of think I am entertaining the idea of streaming later this evening. Just because I really need to get this done. I need to get moving on it. But it is me and Mrs. Chip's 29th wedding anniversary today. And I don't know how much she is going to want to talk today, and if she's going to want to do anything. I mean, obviously I can't physically be with her. So, but as the way I look at it is this is her day. She's working right now, which is why I'm on here. I don't know how long she's working today. That's another factor into whether I'm going to stream later or not. But please be looking out for any notifications because it is highly likely that you're going to see a stream just pop up out of nowhere, and we're going to continue to work on this. Or maybe we won't work on the actual building. Maybe we'll start working on the grounds around it. I don't know. But I need to get moving on this. That's for dang sure. I don't like being... This is my project, and I'm behind on it. So I need to pony up and get it done. Oh wow, this is pretty intense here. Okay, so we do have that. And we do have that. And what's that? Oh, okay, I see. All right. Oh, I also need to make, oh yeah, no, I got the joke, Greg. I just can't say anything about it on the air. And yeah, they're basically calling him a, never mind. I can't even say it, Greg. Yes, I totally, completely get it. and I think it's absolutely hilarious. Okay, let's turn this around. Turn around, brighter. Anyway, that's a dumb song. I'm just kidding. Actually, I do that. I think that lady has a very beautiful voice that sings that song. Okay, so we're building the next platform for this. Good thing it's not platform shoes, it's just a platform. Okay, so we need to do the other side. Take me to the other side. Yeah, a good song. Anyway, that's what they're having us do here. They're taking us to the other side. Oh no, and Greg, you know me well enough to know that kind of joke is right up my alley. I have a very sick and perverted sense of humor. And this is not that joke is not perverted, but most of my humor is. Take me to the other side. Now I got that Aerosmith song stuck in my head. Damn it. All right. Well, let's get her done, as Larry the Cable Guy would say. I'm kind of thinking like, okay, so in the front here, I have to do something because I can't just have the water. Water does not stay higher than everything else. It goes to the lowest point. So I have to do some sort of border here. And I really haven't figured out what I'm going to do yet. I will figure that out shortly because I have to. Okay. Now we got to place this down. Okay, so we've got both sides. The middle here is probably going to be next, I imagine. This 2x16 plate has been one of my favorite plates ever since it came out. I just like the larger plates. They allow for a lot of building possibilities. Yeah, I'm just rambling there. Okay. I don't really know what we're building at this point. Maybe a chandelier. Yeah, it is a chandelier. Yeah, okay. I just guessed it in the dark, and then I looked down, and yeah, there's a chandelier. Okay. Well, this is going to take a minute because it's quite intricate. Okay. I got to do 6 of these. Okay. Well, bear with me, guys. I need to do this. Oh, man. You guys ever heard of Devil's Tower up in Wyoming? I watched one of the stupidest videos in the world. 2 guys that climbed up the face of that thing to see what was on top. And it was dangerous, and they were wearing the proper equipment, so they slipped a couple times, but they weren't killed. But if they just wanted to see what was on top of it, there's Google Earth. And when they told me they were going to climb it, rather than try to find the part in the video where they got to the top, I just went to Google Earth. Oh, what is that? What is that gold mine? The Spanish one that they keep talking about in Utah. That supposedly the Spanish built a wooden door or something. And, whatever. Is it Josephine mine or something? I watched a video on that last night too, and all that was aggravating because they got to a certain point and supposedly the door is supposed to be just on the other side, and then they quit looking because there was a slight cave-in. And it's like, you guys spent all that money, all that time to go that far. Why didn't you just go all the way and find out what's really there and end the controversy? Oh, that's right, because it ends the controversy. And it was filmed by the same people who did the Oak Island thing, if you know about that legend that no one's ever found. Well, as far as I know, maybe it's changed, but yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm rambling. Let's get the... Oh, wait. Here's the chandelier. And it is pretty. You put it right above the dancing Cinderella and Prince Charming. And then now we move on to bigger and better things. Okay, so now we need to do some tile work around here. Let me get this going, guys and gals. If there are any gals, which is really funny because I looked at my analytics on the channel the other day, and it's like 95% of you are male, only 5% female. And it said user defined 0%. Is that? Yeah, that's the one they call the Great Petrified Tree Stump. Yes, that's the one, Greg. They got to the top, and no surprise, there was pretty much nothing. Just some grass and shrub. That was it. I really wasn't all that surprised. I actually have a friend, that truck driver friend I was telling you about that stays with me once in a while. He lives up that direction in Wyoming. Oh, wow, this is... Okay, I don't know what... This is obviously because something's going to be placed on here that can be removed if necessary, so... And like I said, when I'm done with this bag, I'm going to stop for now. Like I said, I got up late, so I'm really not prepared. I haven't eaten. I need to eat. I'm getting rather hungry at this point. I think I'm going to make me some my own sausage, or not sausage, bacon and egg cheese McMuffins. But take the Mick off of it because McDonald's has nothing to do with it. It's just my own. Well, just like my Legos, it's my own creation. It's my own mock of McMuffins. And actually, I need to get a hold of that girl who I gave away some roosters to, because I'm ready to get rid of 2 more roosters. They're just obnoxious as hell. I'm sick of hearing them. It's like they have a contest who can outcrow each other, and I just tired of hearing it. And they don't produce anything. They just eat your damn food. They don't do nothing. I'm a Christian man. I shouldn't be paid for animals to have an orgy in my backyard. Oh, wow. I'm actually glad I did that. I have not been to the Dakotas yet. Neither one. I want to because I want to see Mount Rushmore, but no, I have not been. And okay, so I'm actually really glad that I went as far as I did because I was actually kind of planning on stopping sooner. But by finishing this bag, we finished one book completely. We got 2 more books. So we're exactly, looks like about a third of the way into this. I wanted to say joke because that's what I read on the screen. I mean, set. Like I said, I'm tired and I'm in pain. So I am not thinking straight. All right. So what we need to do next is continue this building because we need to finish the castle. And then when we finish the castle, we're going to do some type of fencing here. And then we got to do some border with some greenery, probably a couple benches. Over here, I need to make a ticket office because this is where people are going to enter the park. So I need to do that. But that's not going to be part of this stream. The first couple streams is going to be finishing this up, but other streams or videos are going to be me doing the rest. And then I got to do greenery. And I'm kind of thinking about maybe removing this right here and extending the pond and putting ducks and stuff in there. I don't know. I think what would be really funny, because I do have the Donald Duck characters, by the way, is if I did a pond right here. And if I in the pond have real ducks and then a bench with Donald Duck's family, like Scrooge McDuck and what's the name of the nephews? Have them sitting on park benches watching the ducks in the pond. Anyway, I have a really sick sense of humor. And now that I've said it, it's probably going to happen. So there you have it, guys. All right. Thank you for being here. Please hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to help the channel, there's links in the description. Otherwise, guys, be good to each other and stay safe out there. I'll catch you on the next one.